Colin Belzer, Assistant City Manager, and for the latest progress report to go through. So the CVB partnered with Downtown Hayes Development Corporation to purchase new public parking signs, which our service division staff installed. It will direct local traffic and visitors to more than 100 parking spaces.
They look wonderful. They jump right out at you when you drive by them.
They are very nice. Service Division has laid down 26 tons of hot mix asphalt in several locations like Greenbrier, 500 block of Fort, North Oak, and 13th and Cedar. 22nd and Vine, I think it was reported, obviously, and you're aware that there was a water leak there. So the Service Division did repair that portion of concrete. They also made some improvements to the street repairs at the intersection of 8th and Park. So there's kind of a in progress and then completion. Recent heat did cause some buckling of concrete in several areas. So this is right in front of City Hall. You can see the sidewalk lifting up dramatically on the left side, and then the Service Division went in and fixed it. The Hayes Fire Department completed their annual trench rescue training. So this was performed with Ellis County as well and the City of Ellis Fire Departments. Something that Hayes operates as a technical rescue team that's deployable to all Northwest Kansas. We obviously have some resources and specialties that many other communities don't. And Hayes Fire Department does receive funding from the Northwest Kansas Regional Homeland Security Council for most of the equipment that's required as part of this. At Seven Hills Arc Park, so progress is continuing. This was a little bit of an older picture, but they continue to pour concrete, and hopefully soon we'll be installing actual splash features. The playground, we've had some more updated photos since this, or that if you've driven by, but they've been able to lay down some pour in place, fall zone material. There's still a little bit more AstroTurf need to be done, but it's moving along as well. And then park staff did plant grass along the stormwater retention pond, and they installed erosion control blankets and a temporary irrigation system. The new scoreboards are up at Bickle-Schmidt Sports Complex. Staff is treating trees and shrubs for bagworm, something we do quite regularly. And then they are applying herbicides to control weeds and stickers and turf grass around town. The IT department, at the request of the fire department, updated their visual for the response times of the fire department. So everything in the darker purple or gray is everything that's within 2.5 road miles. So 84% of the city is within 2.5 road miles for the fire department to respond based on station. And they do get to count the county station in part of that ISO process. And the exterior, slightly over 2.5, but it's nothing that's dramatic. Obviously, when you have 84% of your town, that's pretty good. Officer Jared Engel graduated from the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center recently.
I graduated with his dad a few years ago.
The Hayes Police Department Honor Guard led the Wild West Fest Parade. And then our police department continues a reading program, and here's Corporal Scott Hyman reading a book to the children. Water Resources, Water Smart Wally, also attended the Wild West Fade Parade. And he had help from other Water Resources Department staff. Also happened this last month was cleaning inspection of underground reservoirs, so this is quite fascinating. There's companies that obviously those tanks and underground storage facilities, whether it be elevated or not, need to be inspected. So divers do come in. Picture on the left, the gentleman in the back is obviously geared up. They enter through the hatch, which you can see on the right, and then they have a camera attached to their helmet to monitor. They do have a vacuum to remove minor sediment from the bottom of the reservoir, so that's obviously one of the things going down the hatch. Anything coming in contact with the water must be disinfected, including the diver himself. And then divers are allowed one dive per day and can stay down for up to 4 hours down there. Also, during the summer months, the Water Resources Department does maintenance on the West Primary Clarifier. So we run half the plant in the summer and half in the winter. So right now, the west primary clarifier is offline. It's getting maintenance. And then come wintertime, we'll switch it. This will become live, and then the one outside will get some rest and attention. Month to date, water resource staff have responded to 4 water main breaks. The picture on the right, you probably can't tell, but you can see some water. It's actually because it's coming out of the ground with the pressure. It was shooting up in the air. CVB has welcomed Fort Hays State University students and their families. They provided over 900 welcome bags. They've also assisted with the Tour de Capellan.
The Capellan.
Okay. Because I don't know German, it's German for Tour of Chapels, the bike ride of it. They also sponsored the German lunch. CVB, Downtown Hayes, and Sternberg sponsored a Larks game, and they had a T-Rex throw out the first pitch. Not sure how well it went. Janet Kuhn with the CV welcomed coaches at their check at Hilton Garden Inn for the USSSA Fast Pitch Softball National Championship that was held here, and that tournament brought 50 teams to Hayes. Human resources, we've the city has started a leadership training or supervisor training, and this was the first of 6 training sessions that will be offered to all supervisors in 2021. This particular one was about managing self, priorities, and time. 27th Street is continuing. This particular portion is just east of Dillon's to Elm. That started on June 28th, and it's probably going to be wrapped up mid-August, and then they'll move to another section further east. 230th Avenue and 55th Street has started on June 7th. It's a $2 million project funded by KDOT Economic Development Grant and the development agreement around the Travel Plaza. Right now, you can only go east on 55th Street, but if you've been up there recently, they have pretty much everything north of 55th Street torn up to the Gun Club Ridge, so they're making a lot of progress. I-70 Travel Plaza, so the installation of sanitary sewer and water mains is complete on the south side of I-70. This is all infrastructure on the north and areas within the proposed development. The East Multi-Use Path J-Core has begun that construction. It'll run across Hayes Rec, Hayes High School property, and connect to the Hayes Med Center. It's an 8-foot wide concrete path that's approximately 1.4 miles long. Morgan Brother has started some concrete patching jobs. Picture on the right is near 18th Street or 20th. It's one of the two. They've done 18th and 20th. And then the 2 minor circles over here is ones that they still have left to do, where the red is shaded. Road Safe Traffic at Wichita, you've probably seen them on Vine. They're out replacing arrows. They've replaced 48 left turn arrows, and now they're working on stop bars and crosswalks. North Vine, there hasn't been any major traffic control changes. It's pretty much steady as she go. Keep working on that east side while traffic's all shifted to the west. Here's some photos, drone photos that we took looking south and looking north of what's been completed. 41st Mopar and 37th Street, and then the ramps. So they look pretty close to being completed. We meet with them every Wednesday in a meeting, and about another month, late August, will probably when they'll be able to switch to the final phase where they split traffic. The reason is they have a lot of things that are offside of Main Vine that they need to get done before they can open up clearly, before they can move to the next phase. So even though it looks like, man, they're almost done, it'll be a few more weeks.